For 23 years, Victorian RSL President Bruce Ruxton fired salvos about any issue that took his fancy: immigration, the Republic and gays in the Defence Force, to name a few. To some, he was a bigot and a xenophobe. To others, a plain talker and a protector of the Australian values they believe the diggers fought for. Bruce Ruxton fell silent this afternoon, dying at the age of 85 in a Queensland nursing home. We remember him in this story from Natasha Johnson that was first aired in 2002 to mark his retirement from the RSL.
I believe he could be a witch doctor dressed up in an archbishop's robes. That's what I believe.
Don't push me, man.
I tell you what, I'll push you. Now, out the door.
Don't push me, man.
Overburdening, overwhelming respect for the greatest arch-bastard from World War II. Homosexuals in the Defence Force. Kiss me goodnight, Sergeant Major, may become a fact of life.
You feel that over the years you've become a bit of a dialer quote?
Oh, they've said that. I can have a quick, agile mind too at times. They love it. I watch the interviewer's face sometimes. I can't believe it. Oh dear, it's beaut.
Regardless of the questions, Bruce Ruxton's answers always make headlines. For 23 controversial years, he's been shooting from the lip as the RSL's Victorian president. But now at age 76, wearied by illness and a demanding workload, he's retreating from the public spotlight.
I sooner go of my own free will and accord without being helped out.
Bruce Ruxton joined the ranks of the RSL after serving with the 2nd 25th Battalion in the Second World War. He was just 17 when he enlisted and grew up fast on the front line in Borneo.
In the infantry, if someone gets killed, there's no sobbing or crying. You do your job, you don't have to bury him or whatever. You think about it later on in life. Yep. It comes back to haunt.
It was there that he forged a friendship with Les Hancock that continued afterward through the battles of everyday life.
And you more or less sleep together, you eat together, you drink together.
Away you go, Fit.
And that's been the same ever since the war. But anything that happens, you know, he's the first one there, or I'm the first one there, to look after one another, you know.
Did you two get up to any trouble? You get into any mischief, the two of you?
Not us,
Of course
no,
not. That'd be silly.
No, we never used to get into trouble. We left that up to the other fellas.
We were the virgin soldiers.
After the war, both men served with the occupying forces in Japan.
I saw some terrible things as a young soldier. Why they did it, I don't know. There's about some hundreds of females that have been bayoneted. Some with babies still on the breast. That was rather a terrible sight.
Such experiences bred a determination never to forgive or forget, and partly explain Bruce Ruxton's views on immigration and multiculturalism.
As far as we're concerned, they should be put on the first rocket back to the country they came from.
He's opposed Aboriginal land rights and notoriously attacked activist Michael Mansell.
And if Mansell's an Aborigine, he must have been dipped with white flour, that's all I can say.
What do you say to people who would say that Bruce Ruxton's a racist or a bigot?
Couldn't care less. They think I'm a racist, good luck to them.
Are you?
I don't think I am.
A fierce defender of the monarchy, he's taken aim at Republicans, particularly Paul Keating.
Paul Keating couldn't lead a person out of the mist in a Turkish bath, really. My name is Bruce Ruxton.
Bruce Ruxton prides himself on being politically incorrect, as celebrated in the Ruxton Rap, recorded to raise money for Melbourne's Shrine of Remembrance.
There's a nip in the air, and it's 42 degrees.
Is there anything that you've said over the years that you regret?
I think I called Archbishop Tutu a witch doctor.
The attack on the Nobel laureate and Anglican Archbishop sparked an ugly confrontation with two African migrants in Mr Ruxton's office and outraged the Anglican Church.
OK, you don't want black Africans in this country.
No, we don't want black. I'll tell you.
A lot of his political ideas and statements would make me cringe and feel really angry. But there's something about the bloke I like.
Former independent federal MP and Republican Phil Cleary befriended Bruce Ruxton when he sat on the opposite benches at the Constitutional Convention.
Well, I think you need to respect a person's generation and understand that generational factors will determine the way you talk about things and the kind of ideas you exude.
When he comes on the television, sometimes I think, oh, what's he going to say now, you know?
Widow Jill McMahon married the recently widowed Bruce Ruxton in 1996. She says the private man is much softer than the public persona, but sometimes even she thinks he goes too far.
Sometimes about the Aboriginals, I think he gets a bit hard on them, and the boat people. I'd be pretty simple-minded if I did agree with everything he said. You've got to have a mind of your own, haven't you?
While he's probably best known for what he says, even Bruce Ruxton's critics admire what he's done for veterans. The presidency is an honorary role, and he's estimated to have helped up to 30,000 veterans and widows.
I hope I've assisted the veteran community. I think I have. I've seen tens of thousands of people over the past 40 years, helping them with their repatriation matters.